Hey everyone, and welcome back to the storyline. So today I'm here back with another story that is a perfect murderer. So let's see story of this murderer. Once upon a time, in a peaceful town of a graneyard, there lives a wealthy couple named Richard and Emily. Richard was a successful businessman and Emily was a talented artist. They seemed to have a perfect life, but behind closed doors, their marriage was falling apart. Richard had fallen in love with his young and attractive assistant named Jessica. Their secret affair had been going on for a month. Richard was growing tired of his wife. He wanted her out of his life so he could be with Jessica without any hindrance. However, divorce was not an option for Richard. He wanted a more permanent solution. One stormy night, Richard devised a plan to murder his wife and make it look like an accident. He knew that Emily loved taking late night walks by the nearby cliff. Richard planned to push her off the edge during one of her walks, making it seem like she slipped and fell to her death. On the chosen night, Richard pretended to be asleep while waiting for Emily to leave the house. As soon as he heard that the front door closed, he sprang into action. He followed Emily silently, keeping a safe distance to avoid suspicion. The wind howled and rain poured down as Emily made her way to the cliff. Richard's heart raced with anticipation. This was his chance to be free. As Emily reached the edge, Richard sneaked up behind her, ready to push her over. But just as Richard was about to make his move, a lightning bolt lit up the sky, revealing Jessica standing near the cliff. She had suspected Richard's plan and had followed him, intent on stopping him. Realizing he had been caught, Richard's face contracted with rage and fear. Richard's face contorted with fears and rage. He lunged at Jessica, despe- desperate to silence her. A struggle ensued, with Jessica fighting for her life. Thunder crashed overhead as the two wrestled in the muddy ground. Unbeknownst to them, Emily had turned around, witnessing the entire scene. The shock and the horror on her face were evident as she realized the depth of her husband's betrayal. She quickly ran back to the house, grabbing her phone to call the police. By the time the authorities arrived, Richard had managed to overpower Jessica and escape into the night. But his failed attempt at a perfect murder had cost him dearly. Emily felt for divorce, leaving Richard with nothing but guilt and regret. The news of Richard's twisted plot spread throughout the town, shattering the image of their perfect marriage. Emily, on the other hand, found solace in her art and the support for her friends and family. She eventually moved on, rebuilding her life and finding true happiness. As for Richard, he became a fugitive, haunted by his action. Every dark corner reminded him of his failed plan and the consequences of his greed and deceit. His perfect mirror had turned into a perfect nightmare, and he would never, forever be tormented by the choice and he had made. And so, the story of the perfect murder that never was served as a cautionary tale, reminding the resident of Greenwood that darkness can lurk even in the most idyllic of places, and that secrets can have a way of coming to light. This is for all about this perfect murder story, the murder was just planned but not executed. How do you like these videos and this story? Please do comment, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much.